Hey, lucky guy, you found me. You found me again. You found my lost radio. I am very proud of you. Honestly, but today I'm here to talk about a rather sensitive topic. A topic that many people love and others can't stand to even mention. I'm talking about difficult games. You probably know what I'm gonna talk about already, don't you? But stay with me. Hear me out. Let's briefly explain what a Souls game actually is. Thanks to the massive success of Dark Souls, the term Soulslike has become a sort of a group label for games that are intentionally challenging. Games that test your tenacity and perseverance, rewarding you with a shot of dopamine when you finally beat that boss who's been making your life miserable. For some, is almost therapeutic. It's a way to prove that with enough effort, any obstacle can be overcome. A titan brought down by your own hands. But not everyone is kind to those who still struggle with that obstacle. Some players offer advice, support, even lend a hand in game. Those are the good fans. People who enjoy playing a certain way but enforce their methods on others. They can adapt and understand different points of view. These are the people I call good fans, the ones who make the Souls fandom look good. It's well known that not everyone plays the same way. The tools you might use might not be what others enjoy. That's something we should all understand by now. So it shouldn't bother anyone if others use different weapons or tools in game. But as we all know, there is a part of the Souls fandom that's the complete opposite. The infamous Souls Bros, known for their cruelty towards other players. These people love to dictate how others should play and love to morally beat down anyone who goes against the toxic fandom's established order. For them, there are only a few acceptable ways to overcome the challenges that Miyazaki sets before you. Usually, the harsher their circumstances, the higher your status in their eyes. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing inherently bad about wanting to challenge yourself. If that's what you enjoy, go for it. Maybe you can even share tips with beginners who want to walk the same path. But there are other fans who feel a void, one inflicted by modern life, where achieving anything big in the real world feels almost impossible. Let's be serious for a moment. Life isn't easy. These days it's full of challenges that seem impossible to overcome without huge sacrifices. Finding a job can feel Herculean, often out of reach for many. Starting a family without access to decent housing or under awful social conditions only drapes a dark veil over people's morale. And the rise of anti-intellectualism, something I've talked about before in another video, keeps creating shallow zombie-like people who are hard to connect with. Relationships that rarely turn into meaningful friendships because no one wants to interact unless there's something to gain. People affected by this turn to difficult games, and they find comfort in belonging to something greater than themselves. They feel proud to be part of a select group of players who've done something considered difficult, even impressive, within gaming culture. Many cling to that feeling like it's a lifeline, a ray of hope in the battered psyche of the average person. It gives them a sense of belonging, a community of like minded people, a safe refuge, not only for sharing a hobby, but for protecting the ego and feeding elitism. Let's not pretend that doesn't exist. It's a very real force in gaming culture. What's sad is that the elitism spreads far beyond Souls games. I've seen this behavior in card games, strategy games, even in cozy games. Remember Animal Crossing New Horizons during the pandemic? The community's obsession with having the prettiest island turned into a cold blooded war. If you weren't famous enough within the community, you couldn't visit other players' islands or attend their events. But I'll get back to that later. Another way elitism shows up in gaming communities is through rejecting accessibility, like removing easy modes. There's often a strong backlash against them, to the point where games even mock you for choosing an easier difficulty. Come on, we're adults. Not everyone has the time or patience to spend endless hours on a frustrating game. The usual counterargument to that is that not every game is for everyone. But to me, that's just an excuse. Toho Project is famous for being a tough bullet hell game, though I won't dive into whether it's really that hard compared to other shoot 'em ups. It has an easy, normal, and hard mode. Here's the catch. If you play on easy, you can't fight the final boss or to see the true ending. It's a clever system that helps players learn the game while still offering a challenge. And it works! Many players, after learning on easy, go on to try and enjoy the harder modes. That's why I find the no easy mode argument pointless. But ultimately, it's not my call, nor the Soul Wars. It's up to the devs. When Elden Ring came out, the old discourse returned. Don't summon, don't use magic, just use sword. Meanwhile, Miyazaki himself uses magic. His message is clear. Overcome obstacles your own way. Just overcome them. It doesn't matter if you use spells or a sword. What matters is that you face them. You face the challenge ahead of you. Not everyone has the same idea of what hard means. What's easy for me could be a nightmare for someone else, and vice versa. No one should be mocked for how they choose to play. And this honestly mirrors life. People constantly mock others who are struggling. Have you ever told a friend about a problem that's really upsetting you, only for them to laugh it off, implying it's stupid even though for you it feels huge? I'm 100% sure that we've all experienced that. It's a symptom of a growing lack of empathy, spreading like a plague through people's hearts and minds. You'll hear things like, don't cry, that's for girls, or men don't cry, invalidating your feelings, when what you really need is a helping hand. That's where the cycle of hate begins. You open up when you're vulnerable. They mock you, resentment grows in you, and eventually you do the same to others. That is exactly what happens in every difficult game community. But with Elden Ring, something important was proven. Accessibility isn't bad. It opened the door to thousands of new players. It offered all kinds of options, powerful magic weapons, other weapons that are too gorgeous to ignore, melee weapons with unique mechanics, and of course, the classics. Everyone could find something they loved through effort, and it never took away from the challenge or sense of achievement. A friend once told me that Elden Ring is both the fairest and hardest from software game, a world full of adventure that you can explore at your own pace, fast or slow. Everyone has the right to walk the path however they choose, and no one should be insulted for doing it differently. But let me say this, elitism in gaming doesn't stop there. Like I mentioned before, Animal Crossing in New Horizons came like a breath of fresh air during the pandemic, when everyone needed an escape from being stuck at home. It promised a relaxing experience, taking your neighbors around, walking around, decorating however you like. Endless possibilities. But what was meant to be a cozy, welcoming game was quickly consumed by egocentrism. The obsession with having the perfect island infected the community. People started feeling anxious, seeing endless videos of perfect islands. It stopped being cute, a nice, relaxing game, and became competition to see who had the most aesthetic island. The more fame you gained on social media, the better your reputation. And it opened the door to visit more exclusive islands. Some players hosted events where others could join and have fun, but others, unless you had a certain level of fame, you weren't getting an invite, even if they had all the free time in the world. Sure, no one is obliged to invite anyone, But there was clear elitism there, inviting only those who could give you clout. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Many Animal Crossing players began trading villagers. A full-blown collective hysteria started over Raymond, the office cat. People literally buy and sell villagers. Players believe they're ugly villagers to make them leave, or to replace them with cuter ones that match their aesthetic. On digital markets like Newcastle, which is real, rare furniture sold for millions of bells. Some people even paid real money to buy in-game currency so they wouldn't have to grind. In conclusion, video games have stopped being seen as a way to relax and instead turned into arenas for competition, boasting, and harassment. All because people don't play the right way. If you truly love gaming, ignore the toxic communities and just enjoy yourself in your own way. Whether it's conquering challenges or with a chill cozy game, is all valid. I am Kiki, and I will be seeing you very soon. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Bye!